What is happening, YouTube? Blair Keaton here, representing Formula Golf, grinding away for the upcoming 2019 PGA Tour China Q School in Phuket, Thailand. I leave for it in 9 days, which is coming up really hot. And one of the ways I've been grinding was by watching a YouTube channel called Golf Every Second. His home track is actually at Laguna Golf Club, where I'll be playing, and it's really nice to watch, to see all these holes and see a good player, play them. So I've kind of been developing a little bit of a game plan. I've noticed that there's going to be a lot of wedges into these greens, and I also noticed that on the par threes there's a lot of water, and so that means there's going to be a few shots where you're probably not going to be committed and you bail out, and there's some tough pitches that come right after that. So I'm here at Verona Golf Club, going to be grinding away on these pitch shots today. Going to show you guys what I'm working on to try to, control the distance and the flight and the spin, because it's going to be really important. Speaking of Golf Every Second, we are actually going to be filming a collaboration video out there. Probably have a little match. He seems really competitive, so it's going to be a great match. I'm definitely going to give it my all. And special thanks to him. He's going to kind of show me around, and I'm going to pick his brain a little bit, help me with some strategy. I can't wait to get out there. So look forward to that video that we are going to be having posted in just a couple of weeks. And if you haven't already, click on the link below to the GoFundMe. Even $1 gets you automatically entered into the free TaylorMade Golf giveaway. To those who have donated, thank you so much for the support. Every dollar is helping me out tremendously. I'm really excited to get this going. Hopefully this video helps you guys out a little bit. Let's grind it out. Let's go. Okay, first thing I want to show you is just the basics of what it takes to use the leading edge and to use the bounce. So when you think of leading edge, I want you to think of your left hand. So if your left hand was right here, a little bit in front of the ball, and it hung out in this same angle, and you just rocked your shoulders, that's using the leading edge. The ball's going to come out a little bit lower, a little bit more skippy, and it should roll out at the end of the tail end of that. So a good little practice for you is to set up like this. Get your left hand in front of the ball. Now put your right hand in front, and then hold the angle and rock your shoulders. And just like that, you'll get a chip shot that rolls more like a putt after it lands. Now, on to using the bounce. Just think of the opposite. The bounce is your right hand. So if you had your right hand right here, and you kept it at that same exact spot into impact, you're going to be using this bottom part of the club that's just going to bounce it off the ground. The ball's going to come out higher and softer. So if you needed to hit a shot that has to carry and you're short-sided, you're going to want to use more right hand. Now I think the fear of using your right hand in your chipping is that you might chunk it, because if you think about it, using the bounce is basically pretty much a cast. Your feel is almost like this, like your knuckles are going down this way. But you got to understand that if you use this bounce, it's going to bounce for a reason, so it's never going to chunt. So you can be really aggressive with using that right hand. So set up, I like to have the handle either just on top or a little bit behind, and then really try to get this feeling going down as I turn, to really use a lot of that bounce depending on how high I want to hit it. So boom, boom, comes out nice. So if I wanted to hit it really high, you put it more in the front of your stance, and the more speed that you create from the top to use that bounce, the higher it's going to go and the more spin you're going to get. So obviously you can take a bigger swing and use it like that, but if you want to just hit a higher, shorter shot, widen that stance a little bit, lower the handle a little bit more, and really use that bounce, and never be afraid to use it. It just comes right on up like that. So there's the basics. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Now let's get on to the shots that I really need to work on if I want to win this Q School. So from what I can see on golf videos, it seems like there's a lot of spots or areas around the greens there, especially on the par threes, where there's bailout zones, where there's kind of hills and swales with rough, and then potential for bumping and running it onto the greens, but more often than not, you're short-sided. So here's a perfect example of the kind of shot that I really want to grind on, so I'm prepared for these kind of shots when I do get to Thailand. I have options here. I'm in the rough. There's a big slope that's going to slope down towards the hole. I can choose either bump and run it through the fairway or flop it on. I personally have been struggling with distance control in these particular shots, because I use when I'm chipping it poorly, I use a lot of handle drag, which is just a disaster. You can't do stuff like that. So first I'm going to try to hit the shot that I would like to hit. My instincts are telling me to hit like a nice soft high shot here. And contrary to popular belief, you don't have to take a big giant swing to hit it high and soft. You can take it a little bit shorter, as long as you are accelerating going through, to make it pop right on up. And again, this would be one of the shots that you use more right hand on, where you use the bounce to pop it up. So I'm going to widen up my stance a little bit, lower the shaft. My spine, my sternum is going to be on the front edge of the ball, 70% of my weight in my left side. And again, my goal is to take it back nice and short here and then pop it. If I take it back too far, I'll use more handle drag. It'll come out short and right, or the heel hits the ground first, club turns over, and it goes long left. My least favorite misses in these kind of shots. So a little short, a little acceleration. And there you have it. That's a good way to do it, and I'm going to be working on that really hard. And if you struggle with those misses that I was talking about, be sure to give that a try. Now, as for the second one option, I would have taken a different club. This is my 60 degree. I would probably take like a pitching wedge and try to bump it through. And now we're back to using that leading edge again. So get that left hand in front of the ball, the right hand on, and just bump it. Kind of play it like it's a putt. As you can see, that was not the play. But you get some options out there at Laguna, and I'm really excited to try to, explore all these options when I'm out there. Okay, so this is going to be the last shot that I'm working on the most right now. It's a 45-yard pitch shot. Looking at all the par fours at Laguna, it looks like if I do play more aggressively, I hit more drivers, I'm going to have a lot of these kind of shots, and all the par fours are around 360, 380 yards with dog legs, so it should be a little shorter. So those pitches between 40 to 70 yards is really where I'm going to try to dial in. And this is going to be one of the ways I do it. It all harks back to leading edge and using the bounce. I have a problem when I struggle with these certain pitch shots and controlling distance, because I take it back sometimes too far with my arms, and I start down with my arms like this. It's just a handle lean, and from here it's almost like I have to slow my body down and my hands to try to make the club face square up so I can control the distance. So what I've been working on is a little bit shorter, more compact, and more right hand into it, more bounce to control that distance. It's just shorter and more accelerating, and with the same exact acceleration tempo for all of the shots, whether I want to hit them high or hit them low. So here's an example, 45 yards. This one's going to be more of a low pitch shot that lands, checks, and releases. I'll probably land this thing about 35 yards. So I'm going to take it back a lot shorter than you think to hit it there. I'm not going to be able to get much spin because the wind's coming down and from left to right now, but I'm going to land it left. The green slopes to the right. Put this thing more in the back of my stance here. Sternum on top of the ball. Shoulders a little bit open. And that was pretty dang good. So if I want to hit it a little bit higher, sternum is still virtually in the same exact spot, but the ball position is a little bit more in front. I want the face a little bit more open. This will allow you to get even more spin, more speed, I mean. So if the face is a little bit open, you can really throw it at it and not have to really worry about it shutting down on you. So that will make it go higher and have more spin. So I'm going to try the same shot where it's going to be a little bit shorter, but the speed I'm going to get is going to be consistent. Oh yeah. That one had a lot more spin on it. That was really good contact. And this isn't the correct shot, what I'm about to hit right now, but if you wanted to hit something a little bit higher, you can take it back farther. Just make sure the speed is consistent on the way down. Specifically when it gets right around here, all that speed needs to come right at the bottom of that ball. So open the stance more, open the club face more. Ball pretty much in the same spot, but instead of your sternum being right on top of it, it's going to be just behind it. Get that little bit of a spine angle here. And that was a dime there too. So, and then the last one, where if I have a bunch of green to work with, which I don't necessarily, for how far I need to carry it on this one, put it more in the back of your stance. Weight and your sternum is in front of the ball. The club face is square. and just basically hit like, it's almost like a trap draw feeling to get that thing running. So those are the shots that I'm really going to be grinding on. If you guys struggle with a similar misses to what I do, it's usually the result of your handle drag coming down this way and forcing you to have to slow down in order to hit the ball. So be sure to work on that. Really try to master the bounce. All the tour pros do it. It's what you got to do if you want to reach that next level. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see Laguna Golf Club on the big screen, be sure to check out the YouTube channel Golf Every Second. I'm really excited to meet him and get a little match going. I'll be featured there soon, so be sure to subscribe. And if you found that this video helped you out even a little bit, be sure to click on the link below to my GoFundMe. Every dollar helps me tremendously in pursuing my goal to get onto the PGA Tour, and also it automatically enters you into the free TaylorMade Golf giveaway. And again, everybody, thanks for the support. And I'll have a couple more videos before I head out to Thailand, but I'll have more videos just like this, kind of explaining the grasses and everything like that I'm going to have to get used to, and just how to prepare for this tournament. So always remember, everybody, keep on grinding.